Hello, everyone. Welcome to Board Gamers. My name is Dave.
And I'm Dirk.
And today we're going to take a look at Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange, unfortunately, is one of two heroes that is out of print. But if you're able to get your hands on a copy,
He is a fun one to play.
he's very good. Yeah. And we'll go over his cards. And as you can see, we also have a couple of promo cards that we got from some content creators at Con of Heroes. So that's pretty cool. But let's take a look at what Doctor Strange can do.
All right, so in his alter ego side, he is Stephen Strange. So he's got a hand size of 6, got 10 hit points, heals for 3. He is a mystic. And then he begins the game with a invocation deck. So it says see insert, but we'll go over the cards in the invocation deck here in a minute. But I think he was the first character to have a separate deck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he's got natural talent as an action. You can discard the top card of the invocation deck, limit once per phase. So if for whatever reason you don't have a use for that particular card while you're down, you go down, you can get rid of it, and then you can come back up.
Yeah, I think it was Doctor Strange, and then Storm and Iceman. Because
Yeah, they don't have extra decks though. They just had.
well, Storm has the weather control deck.
Oh, is that considered a deck?
Yeah, but
Oh,
you
okay.
get to choose. Well, like this, you get to choose. So Storm is probably the
No, you don't get to choose. They're in order in this.
Well, this one is in order, but
Yeah.
Storm, I'm saying Storm, you get to choose.
Yeah.
And then Iceman is just all, frozen and whatever.
Yeah.
All right, but we need to do the hero side.
Oh, we didn't do the hero side. Okay, let's do the hero side.
Very strange.
Nobody's
All right. So Doctor Strange,
ever accused me of that before.
hand size 5, 10 hit points. He is a 2/1/2, and he's got spell mastery. So you exhaust Doctor Strange and pay the cost of the top card of the invocation deck, and resolve the special ability on that card. So yes, so we have a separate deck of cards, which we'll go over the spells here. But you shuffle this, and then you'll have the top card.
Yeah, you'll shuffle
Face
it,
up.
go face down, and you'll turn the top card face
So you
up.
have the top card face up, and then you can exhaust Doctor Strange, pay the cost to resolve the special. All right, so I'll put these back in order. I guess since I just shuffled them, which was kind of silly. I guess they don't have to be in order technically, but all right. So yeah, we'll go over the invocation deck first.
All right, so the first one we've got here is the Crimson Bands of Sadarak.
Sidorak.
It is a 2-cost invocation event, and the special on it is you can stun an enemy and deal 7 damage to it, and then place this card into the invocation discard pile.
Now this deck has a notorious reputation that they had to errata Cosmo because people would put Cosmo in a Doctor Strange deck and then pick this deck and say event.
Yeah, they're all events.
Yeah. So they had to
You can't do that anymore.
right. They had to errata Cosmo to fix that. All right. Then we have Images of Icon, or Icon. 1 cost event, invocation, special, confuse the villain and remove 4 threat from a scheme. Place this card on the bottom of the invocation deck.
Oh, no, just in there. Doesn't have to be on the bottom. Then we've got 7 Rings of Ragador. It is a 1-cost event. Invocation, give up to 3 characters each a tough status card, and then place this card in the invocation deck discard pile. So you can do that to allies or heroes or alter egos.
All right, then we got
identities. Yeah,
the Vapors of Valtor. Choose a status card in play. Replace a status card with a different status card. Place that card in the invocation discard pile. So you have to have a status card to change, but you could change like the villain's tough to a stunner confuse, or you could change a hero's stunner confuse to a tough.
Yep.
So, but if there are no status cards, then this card doesn't do anything, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's a great one whenever you've got a use for it, but if you don't have a use for it, you've got to flip down to get rid of it. Typically.
Well, there's another way that
Yeah.
you'll see to get rid of it as well. But
And the last one here we've got is Winds of Latum. That's a 0-cost invocation event, but you can draw 3 cards and then place this into the invocation discard pile.
that's probably his best.
Yeah.
All right. So his signature ally is Wong. He costs 3, 1 thwart, 2 attack, 3 hit points. Mystic traded. Exhaust Wong. Choose to either heal 1 damage from your identity or discard the top card of the invocation deck. So if the top card is not convenient, like the one to remove a status, for example, then you could use Wong to discard it and you would reveal the next card.
Yep. And if you like the one, then you just use it for the healing if you need it.
Yeah.
All right. Then we've got 2 copies of Astral Projection. This is a 2-cost thwart event. It is a spell. So as a hero action, you can choose a scheme, remove 3 fret from that scheme, and look at the top card of the encounter deck. For each boost icon, you remove 1 additional threat from the chosen scheme.
Yeah, so that's pretty nice.
Yeah, it does have to be the same scheme, though.
Yeah, but you also can, if you have a way to see the top card of the encounter deck, i.e. Falcon.
Yeah. Oh, wow, he would be nice with Falcon.
Yeah, but the problem is Falcon might want all the high boosts.
Yeah,
it's like,
he doesn't want you to get rid of
it's
him.
like, sorry, I can remove extra threat. All right, then we got 2 copies of Magic Blast. It's a 3-cost event. Attack spell. Hero action attack. Deal 5 damage to an enemy and discard the top card of your deck. If that card's printed resource has strength, stun that enemy. Energy. Deal 2 damage to that enemy. Mental. Confuse that enemy. Or wild. All of the above.
Oh, yeah. All right, then we've got Master of the Mystic Arts. We've got 2 copies of this. It is a 1-cost event. You can pay the printed cost of the top card of the Invocation deck to resolve its special, and then place it back on top of the Invocation deck face up. So this is a way you can use one of them twice. And again, with the Winds of Watum, you can draw 6 cards for nothing.
Well, for 1.
Well, for 1, yeah.
You got to pay 1.
You got to pay for the master.
Right, and then you exhaust him to do it the second time.
Or if you have 2 of them, you get 9 cards.
Yep. All right, then we got Mystical Studies. It's a 1-cost event. It's an alter ego action. Search your deck and discard pile for a Doctor Strange card and add it to your hand, and then shuffle your deck.
Right. We have 2 copies of the Protective Ward. It's a 1-cost event. It's a spell. When a treachery is revealed from the encounter deck, you can cancel all of its effects and discard it. And I love the fact that it does not replace it.
All right. Then we have the Sanctum Sanctorum. It's a 1-cost support, location, alter ego action, exhaust it to shuffle a spell card from your discard pile into your deck and draw 1 card. And most of his hero events are spells, and then of course you're going to want to add other spells to your deck based on whatever aspect you play.
Yeah, he's got 6 of them. Just by default.
And this is probably the best card.
Oh yeah, I love this card. So it's his Cloak of Levitation. It's a 2-cost upgrade. It's an artifact and an item, but you get the aerial trait when it's in play, and you can exhaust this to ready Doctor Strange.
Right. So with the cloak, you actually can pull 2 spells off because you exhaust Doctor Strange, you do the first spell, exhaust the cloak, ready Doctor Strange, exhaust Doctor Strange, and play the second spell. The invocation, sorry.
It's a spell.
They're spells, yeah, but they're specific spells. All right. Then we got Magical Enhancements, 2 copies, play under any player control. Your hero gets +1 thwart, +1 attack, and +1 defense. And when the round ends, you discard Magical Enhancements.
Yeah, and what's great, though, is it doesn't limit how many of them that you can have, and there's, 2 of them in the deck.
Yeah, and you can also put this on, you can play it on any player's control.
Yep.
So you...
Iceman.
Yeah. Or yeah.
I'm not Iceman, Quicksilver. That's who I meant.
Quicksilver.
Their color's the same.
Quicksilver is a good example, or like if someone is defending for the whole team, that kind of thing, for trying to do perfect defense.
Yeah.
Or like Quicksilver would be a good example as well.
All right, so then we've got the Eye of Agamotto. It's a 2-cost upgrade. It is an artifact item, and as a hero resource, you can exhaust this to generate a wild resource, and you can use this for anything.
Okay. Now his obligation is physical toll. Give to the Stephen Strange player. You may flip to alter ego form, choose exhaust Stephen Strange to remove it from the game. That part's the same. However, the next part is unique. The next card you play costs 3 additional resources.
The next event you play.
The next event you play, yes. Then you discard this obligation after you play an event. So if you don't play an event for a while, this obligation will stay out until you actually play the event.
Yeah, and if you've got like an expensive event that you want to play, it's just ridiculously expensive.
But usually the second dot is do something, discard. So it's back in the encounter deck. So if you're not playing any events, well, then, you're not playing Doctor Strange correctly. But, but
yeah, even his 0-cost events now cost 3 with this.
Right. And it's events you play. So this does not count for the invocation cards, which is interesting, but it does count for the events in his deck.
All right. Then we've got his nemesis is Baron Mordo. Baron Mordo schemes for 2, attacks for 2. He is an elite mystic with 5 hit points. But as a force interrupt, whenever he attacks you, you discard the top card of your deck. And if its printed resource has strength, you're stunned. Energy, you take 2 damage. Mental, you're confused. And if it's got a wild on it, it's all of the above. So
okay. Then we have Open the Dark Dimension. When revealed, you're going to place the top card of the invocation deck face down under the scheme. And when defeated, you shuffle the invocation card that was tucked under there back into the deck. It comes with an acceleration and 3 threat per player.
All right, we've got 2 copies of Counterspell. So this is an attachment. It's a condition and a spell, so you attach it to your hero, and whenever you play an event, you cancel its effects and discard this card. And discard that, and then you discard this card.
Yeah, and if you have Physical Toil and this, you're paying an extra 3, and then
it still gets canceled.
And the event gets whiffed. Yeah, that's pretty bad if you get both those cards.
Which has happened to me before.
Then we have Thought Casting. It's a treachery. When revealed, alter ego, discard a card from your hand with the highest cost. Place threat on the main scheme equal to the printed cost of that card. And then when revealed hero, discard a card from your hand with the highest cost, take damage equal to the printed cost of that card. So you definitely want to have those 6 cost helicarriers in your deck.
Just don't let your alter or don't let your nemesis set come out.
All right, so
simple.
Doctor Strange is an Avenger, so he can play any of the Avenger cards that the Avenger heroes can do.
He can gain aerial.
We have a separate video for that.
And he can gain aerial, so if you want to see different ideas for that, you can always look at the Angel deck ideas, and we cover a lot of aerial in that.
Okay, and then kind of 2 other card concepts we came up with is cards that you have to be a mystic to play, and also ways to ready yourself.
Yeah, because if he can ready him, the more often he can ready himself, the more cards he can play off of that invocation deck, and that's kind of the highlight of his play style, is playing that.
And especially the Winds of Watoomb.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like being able to do 7 damage and stun, I think it's remove 4 threat and confuse. Yep. Those are some pretty powerful cards. All right, so for aggression.
So the first one we have here is Magic Attack. So this is a 1-cost attack spell. And you do have to be the Mystic to play this, but you can choose an enemy and discard up to 5 cards. Up to 5 cards from the top of your deck. Deal 1 damage to that enemy for each card discarded this way. So you can pick however many you need to do based off of the size of the enemy to deal anywhere from 1 to 5 damage.
And it's max 1 per deck.
Yes.
All right. Then we got Spoiling for a Fight. 0-cost event. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until you discard a minion. Put that minion into play, engage with you, and then ready your hero.
We have Surprise Move. So this is a 1-cost event. Whenever you make a basic attack against an enemy with an upgrade attached, you get +2 for the attack. And if the attack defeats him, you can ready your hero. So this one does require you to have upgrades to attach to the minions, or to an enemy. So you either you have to provide them, or you have to have another player that you're playing with that can do that as well. So this one does take a little bit of setup, but yeah.
Or just play a Cyclops or Iceman.
Yeah.
All right. Then we got Battle Fury. It's a 1-cost upgrade. Play under a player's control, max 1 per player. After your hero attacks and defeats a minion, deal 1 damage to your hero and discard Battle Fury, ready your hero. So yeah, you play the 1 invocation card that does 7 damage to a minion, pop it, take a damage, ready, and now you can cast Winds of Watoomb.
Yep.
Or whatever the next top card is. All right, then for Justice.
For Justice here, we've got Zone of Silence. So this is a 1-cost spell fort event. Again, you have to be a mystic to play it, but as a hero action, you can choose a scheme and discard up to 4 cards from the top of the deck, remove a threat from the scheme for each card discarded this way. So again, very similar to the last one, but it's threat instead of damage.
All right, then we got Justice Served. It's a 1-cost upgrade. Play under any player's control, max 1 per player. After you thwart and remove the last threat from a scheme, discard Justice Served and ready your hero.
For leadership here, we've got You've Got This. So this is a one-cost event. But after you exhaust your hero and make a basic thwart or attack, you can discard an ally you control and add its matching power to your heroes, and then ready your hero. So you're probably not going to want to do this with Wong, but yeah, you can use. I mean, you can if you need to, but you're probably using him for other things.
Yeah, like making sure you get the right cards
Yeah.
on top of your invocation deck,
Or staying alive.
Yeah. All right. Then we got Avengers Assembled. This is kind of a spindy way to ready, but 4-cost event, max 1 per round. Ready each Avenger character you control until the end of the phase. Each Avenger character in play gets +1 thwart, +1 attack.
Okay. Unfortunately, Wong's not an Avenger.
No.
Unless you make him one.
No, but just to ready.
You could make him one.
You could.
If you're going to play that, it might be worth playing an honorary Avenger.
But the main thing was readying yourself. But like I said, that's an expensive way to do it.
Yeah. All right. Then we've got Summoning Spell. So this is a 2-cost spell event. Again, you have to be a Mystic to play it. In fact, to play any of the spells, you have to be a Mystic. But you can discard cards from the top of the deck until you discard an ally and put that ally into play under your control. So this is the way you can actually get one of those Avengers to be able to use for the Avengers Assemble.
Right. And there's a few 5-cost leadership Avengers.
Yeah, there's some expensive ones.
Yeah. All right. Then we go into protection. We got Desperate Defense. It's a 1-cost event. Defense. After your hero defends against an attack, it gets +2 for the attack. And if you take no damage, you get to ready your hero.
We have Ever Vigilant. So this is a 2-cost aerial skill event, but you do have to have the aerial skill. You do have to have aerial to play it.
So you have to have the cloak out.
Yeah, but you can ready your hero and remove 2 threat from the main scheme.
Okay. This is probably the best spell in the game. Shield spell. Play only if you have the Mystic trait, max 1 per deck. When you would take any amount of damage from an attack, discard that number of cards from your deck to prevent all damage from that attack. Very nice. It's like Rhino's going to hit you for 12. It's like, nope, I'll just discard 12 cards.
All right, and then we've got What Doesn't Kill Me. So this is a 2-cost event. It does require strength to play it, but you can heal 2 damage from your hero and ready.
Yep. It's a nice, cheap way to ready.
It does require you to actually have damage to heal, so you can't just ready without healing.
Yep.
We've got Anticipation. So this is a 1-cost preparation upgrade, a max 1 per player, but when you engage a minion, you can discard this to ready yourself.
We have Indomitable. It's a 1-cost upgrade. After your hero defends, you could discard it to ready your hero.
So in Pool, we've got Stick-to-Itiveness. So this is a 2-cost upgrade. It is the upgraded version of Tenacity, but you can spend a Strength resource and exhaust this instead of discarding it to ready your hero.
Okay. And then for basic, now I said Shield spell is probably the best spell in the game. That's, non-Doctor Strange spell anyways. This is the most versatile one. 2-cost basic spell. Play only if you have the Mystic trait. Choose one. Heal 3 damage from an identity, remove 3 threat from a scheme, or deal 3 damage to an enemy.
Then we've got Earth Mightiest Heroes. This is a 0-cost event, but as a hero action, you can exhaust an Avenger character you control to ready another Avenger you control. Again, you would probably, if I'm playing this, I'm probably wanting to make Wong an Avenger so that he can ready me if I need to.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd exhaust Wong. I'd probably exhaust Avengers before I do that.
It depends.
Like Stinger or something.
Yeah.
All right. Then we got Face the Past, 0-cost event, max 1 per deck. Search the encounter deck and discard pile and set aside area for your Nemesis minion and reveal it. Ready your hero and draw 3 cards. You cannot attack the villain this phase and then remove this card from the game. Now, Baron Mordo is a little tough because of his annoying power when he attacks.
But especially if you've got a way to get rid of him before he gets a chance to attack.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah, especially if you have that 7 damage and stun.
Yeah.
You can just get rid of him.
Right. Now we've got Spiritual Meditation. So this is a 0-cost spell. But as an action, you can draw 2 cards. You choose and discard 1 card from your hand. It does not have to be one of the 2 that you drew.
But that really fun with Mystics, just going through your deck, cycling through your deck super fast. All right. Next, we have Team Building Exercise. It's a 2-cost support. Hero action, exhaust team building exercise. Play a card from your hand that shares a trait with your hero, reducing its resource cost by 1. So, of course, you have the Avenger trait and you also have the Mystic trait. So we've got a bunch of Mystic allies here. So the first one.
Yeah, and this actually would work with any spells that said Mystic, but I don't think any of the spells actually say Mystic.
No, they just say a spell on them. You have to be a Mystic to play them.
All right, so the first one we've got here is Magic in Aggression. So Magic is a 3-cost ally. She thwarts for 1, attacks for 2, has 3 hit points. She is a Mystic X-Men. And as a response, after you play her from your hand, you can spend a mental resource, choose a non-elite minion, engage with an X-Men hero, and shuffle that minion into the encounter deck. So, of course, that's not going to help in your case, but if there's another player at the table that's an X-Men, you can actually, take care of it for them.
Okay. Then we got Adam Warlock. It's a 3-cost leadership ally, 1 thwart, 1 attack, 3 hit points. Aerial Mystic. After Adam Warlock attacks for thwarts, discard 1 card at random from your hand. There you go, random. You love those.
Yeah.
If that card's printed resource has strength, remove 3 threat, energy, heal 3 damage, mental, deal 3 damage to an enemy, or wild, choose one of the above. Yeah. Now, of course, what you can do is you can get it to where you only have 1 card left in your hand.
That's what you're trying to do.
Then you have Adam Warlock do his basic thing, and then
you can dictate what he's doing. And I mean, it's perfect even early in the game because he costs 3. Most heroes have a 5 hand size, so you pay 3 for them. You've got 1 card left. There you go. But you can arrange that later in the game as well whenever you've got other resources.
Yeah, because it's every time he activates. So.
All right, next we've got Kalu. I love this guy. Kalu is a 2-cost ally. He thwarts for 1, attacks for 1, has 2 hit points. He is an Avenger Mystic. But after you play him from your hand, you search the top 5 cards of your deck for an event. You tuck it up under him. Or no, I'm sorry. You add that to your hand, and then you shuffle your deck. So basically, he'll get you an event.
Okay. And then we got the protection version of Kalu. This is Brother Voodoo. He costs 3, 2 thwart, 2 consequential, 1 attack, 3 hit points, Avenger Mystic. After Brother Voodoo enters play, search the top 5 cards of your deck for an event card and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck.
Yeah, it does the same thing, just with a little extra thwart and 1 extra hit point. All right, and then the last one we've got here is Clea. So Clea is one that we add to most of our protection decks because she's just a great ally. But she's a 2-cost ally. She thwarts for 1, attacks for 1, has 2 hit points. She's just Mystic traded, no other traits. But as an interrupt, whenever she's defeated, you can shuffle her back into her owner's deck. So she's a great chump blocker. You throw her into block, she gets shuffled back into your deck, and the smaller your deck is, the better she is. So,
okay.
Alrighty.
And then next we have...
All right, then we've got Blood Gem. So this is 0-cost upgrade. And this one does require you to be a Mystic, maximum per deck, but you can exhaust the Blood Gem, take 2 damage to generate a wild resource. So yeah, it is at a cost, but I mean, that wild resource could be very helpful.
All right, then we got Tenacity. It's a 2-cost upgrade. Hero action, spend a strength resource, and discard this card to ready your hero.
All right, so it's a way to play stick-to-itiveness without being in pool. And then, of course, this might be the best card for Doctor Strange here. This is the Sorcerer Supreme, so it's a 2-cost upgrade, and actually for any Mystic. But, so this one, you do have to have a Mystic. It's a title, but you get +1 hand size while in hero form. And card advantage, that's what it's all about.
Yeah. And this is like you said, any Mystics, like, Adam Warlock's like, okay, I'm going to throw this in, even though it's not an aspect card.
Just to get +1 hand size.
Then of course Magic and Scarlet Witch want it as well. So, all right.
Yeah, and if you've got 4 Mystics in the game, they're racing to see who can get it out first.
So let's pull Doctor Strange back up. Yeah, so you have a copy of that in each Mystic deck and see who races to become the Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So Doctor Strange is very powerful hero, and unfortunately, like we said, he's one of the ones that's out of print. But at least you got to see the cards that were in his hero kit, and if you can
find a copy of it and you can afford it, he's a great one to play.
Yeah, unfortunately, the secondary market is horrible.
Yeah, it is. It's ridiculous.
But anyways, thank you for watching, everyone. Please like and subscribe.
And if you want to see more content by us, go ahead and hit that notification bell down there, and you'll get alerts whenever we post new videos. All right, see ya.